Hello, welcome back to another video on SW Fight Hub. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe. We're going to talk about Ian Garry versus Michael Venom Page in this video reaction from the UFC 303 main card opener last night. Ian Garry taking a unanimous decision on all cards 29-28, so 2 rounds to 1. Wasn't quite the fight that a lot of people were expecting. I did call beforehand it'd be a bit of a stalemate. It wasn't quite a stalemate. But Ian Garry used tactics that probably was advised to by Damian Maia and the rest of his coaching team. Against a striker and MVP who's a fantastic striker, but not the most well-rounded martial artist. So yeah, Ian Garry looked good in the first round. Dominated it. Had a rear naked choke. Looked like it was in for a minute, but Page did well to get out of that. So 1-0 Garry. Michael Venom Page won the second round on the feet. He looked to be the more powerful puncher. The speedier guy on the feet, and I think Garry realised that quite early. That's why he went to a more, grappling, wrestling-based approach, I think, in the fight after that. So, yeah, I did 1-1 going into the last round. The last round was very tough to score. I think the judges gave it to Ian Garry based on the fact that he advanced his position more. He was on Michael Venom Page's back like a backpack for a lot of it. Found it hard to score. I think Dana scored the fight a draw and scored the last round a draw, which don't see that very often in 3-round fights, but kind of made sense almost. But the judges gave it to Ian Garry. Can't complain with that, I guess. But not the performance that he was talking about putting on. Not a performance that's going to get you a title fight, especially with Leon Edwards. I still think he's 1 or 2 fights away from a title fight personally. The Shavkat Rakhmonov fight does make sense. If you do beat Shavkat, you probably are in line for a title fight. But yeah, Ian Garry's talking, about being a Hall of Famer and, being up there with GSP and John Jones in his post-fight press conference. But that's not the kind of performance that you can be talking like that, in my opinion. He trashed Michael Venom Page's resume beforehand in Bellator, saying he's 4 cans, but he went, to a very close decision with it that could have almost gone either way. So interested to see what the next move is for Ian Garry. He said he wants to fight for the belt this time next year, International Fight Week. So for me, is 1, maybe 2 fights away from that at this stage, depending on the opponents that he fights. But he just moved to 15-0. He's still undefeated in the UFC. He's been fighting good fighters throughout that time. So yeah, on to the next one, I guess, for Ian Garry. Michael Venom Page will come again. He'll fight some good opponents. He'll be in some good fights, but yeah, didn't really catch fire that fight. So yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, what you think. What's next for MVP and what's next for Ian Garry? How many fights is he away from a title shot at the welterweight strap? Thanks for watching.